Absolutely, here we go. If I haven't made it clear yet, puppets are more than just a hobby for Sasori. They are a lifestyle. He learned a lot from his grandmother Chiyo, but he quickly surpassed her, becoming a true innovator in the art form. He created countless puppets over the years, to the point where all of the puppets that Kankuro, Gaara's brother, uses are created by him. And Kankuro knows this. That's how deep the legacy goes. He knows this even though he was born well after Sasori had abandoned the village. He's capable of using a large number of puppets at once, each controlled by a fine chakra thread, and he's even able to puppet living people's bodies. Most of his puppets are just inanimate objects that he's loaded with hidden weaponry or poisons. But in instances like where he created a puppet out of the third Kazekage's body, he's able to access their skills, abilities, as well as their Kekkei Genkai, or their bloodline limit, in addition to weapons and poisons and such. This gives an eccentric artist like him a lot of room and versatility to turn his engagements into a performance, which he calls Akahigi, or Red Secret Technique. As I've mentioned before, he's also turned his own body into a puppet, which has many advantages. Firstly, he's no longer flesh and bone, so it's much more difficult to injure him. Even if you're able to get past his dozens and dozens of puppets, he's going to position between you and him. In addition, as you can see here, he also can make compartments in his body that allows him to store weapons and tools, such as this cable that you see coming from his torso in this picture. However, the biggest benefit is that turning his body into a puppet has allowed him to control many, many more puppets at once than any other puppet master in the series of Naruto. Most puppeteers use the chakra threads from their fingers to manipulate their puppets, like real-life marionettes, and each move comes with a time delay. This is why it's generally not possible to use more than 10 puppets at once, which is the amount of fingers most people have. This is actually what makes Granny Chiyo so feared, is because she was famous for being able to use 10 puppets at once. By altering his body in this way and turning himself into a puppet, allows him to actually directly connect the chakra threads that he uses to control the puppets to his core, which you can see right above my head here, which is the only part of him that's still human. Not only does this mean he can control many, many more than 10, he can also do it without that time delay that most puppeteers have to deal with. The puppets move according to his will in the moment that he thinks of it, and he can quickly overwhelm his opponents. In numbers alone, he is going to wear you down through attrition, and even if you are able to reduce the number, that won't exactly help because that allows him to control more finely the puppets he has left. In addition to puppets, he's also well versed in poison, which is another skill he learned from his grandmother Chiyo. He's even developed his own unique poison that he outfits all his puppets with. It is a slow-acting toxin that paralyzes his opponents, leaving them in severe pain for 3 days until they expire. Numbers and poison aren't his only strengths, though, as he's created a number of puppets over the years with unique abilities. Remember the puppet that he made from the body of the third Kazekage? This is one of the puppets with unique abilities. With this puppet, he's able to access the third Kazekage's ability to manipulate iron sand, and even enhance it further by adding things like his own poison, or storing in the body of the third Kazekage's puppet things like saw blades and summoning seals. And you know this image I keep showing you? This is of his puppet named Hiruko, which he made from a sand ninja. He's encased himself in this puppet like a suit of armor, and it allows him to get up close and personal, which is generally not the style of puppeteers. He operated within this armor full-time, and is even able to access his other abilities while inside the armor. Hiruko itself comes with lots of different weapons and armor, and in particular, unique to Hiruko is this large mechanical scorpion-like tail. In fact, Sasori actually means scorpion in Japanese. Next, we'll get into his role in the series of Naruto.